With the fantasy season fast approaching, there's definitely a lot to look forward to, but looking back can be just as fun.
Yeah. We moving on.
What's up, guys? It's me, Kamish, back again for another video as we continue to get closer and closer to our official draft day. At this point, all of our draft picks have been selected for both TLFL and TLB, and those #1 picks, including yours truly, are officially on the clock. Now, as a reminder, you will not be drafting unless you pay your dues. Dues are due August 23rd by 12 p.m. Absolutely no exceptions. If you do not get the money into me by then, you will be either demoted or evicted from the league, depending on which league that you are in. So again, please get that money to me. No exceptions. 12 p.m. August 23rd. Get me my money. Once you do get those draft dues in, it is time for us to draft. Draft day is going to be August 30th at Half Barrel Beer Project. That's where the draft party is going to be. But of course, we are drafting on the Sleeper platform this year. So make sure you have that Sleeper app downloaded. Make sure you do a couple mock drafts just so that you know exactly what you're getting into, because I know this is new. And to make sure you are ready with your draft picks. 2 p.m. on Sleeper, August 30th. That's when the draft is officially going to begin. We hope that as many of you can make it in person as possible. The draft party is always a wonderful opportunity to hang out with some of those league members, and probably one of your only chances to see the coveted Rosewood Trophy. Darren, that means you better make it this year to Orlando. This is your notice. Now, heading into this year, we've been talking a lot about how big some of these changes are, including switching to a completely different platform. But some of the biggest updates that I'm actually excited for have nothing to do with the actual future of the league, but rather the past. We've always said that history and legacy is everything in this league. Now, last year we debuted something called League Legacy, a third-party platform that helps to contain all of our league records, to maintain our history throughout all of those years, and really look back at the amazing seasons that we've had year over year. Now, heading into our 18th season here at TLFL, I'm excited that League Legacy is continuing to grow alongside our league. I thought it had everything when we debuted it last year. I am so excited that I could not have been more wrong. So what we're going to actually do is take a look at some of the big updates that happened this offseason to League Legacy. So let's dive into some of those big changes. Now, if you haven't had a chance to already check out the League Legacy, make sure you check the link down in the description. It's going to take you to our League Legacy page, and it's going to give you all of the history from not only last season, but all of the previous seasons, including championships, matchup data, and things like that. Something new this year that I think you guys might be excited for: player data. Obviously, fantasy football is nothing without the NFL players that help make this possible. But we've never actually been able to track a lot of their stats and how they've actually compared to the fantasy football side of things. Well, that changes this year. Player data is now being scrubbed and imported directly into League Legacy, so you can actually see which players have made the biggest impact in our leagues year over year. What's better is this is built specifically for our league, not the NFL, but TLFL. You're gonna be able to see all of the fantasy stats that mattered. How many times has this player been drafted? How many points have they put up? What's their average score when they've actually been in a starting lineup? What's their average score when they've been left on the bench? Have they been one of the top 2 players of their position? How many Pro Bowls they've made? How many championships they've appeared in? Again, not in the NFL, but in our league. All of these things are now included in the player data on League Legacy, so you can actually see which players have made the biggest impact, and maybe that'll help you decide which player is going to make an impact this season. It's kind of our own little pro football reference. Also added to League Legacy this year, playoff data. Playoffs are some of the most important times of the year, and now we can see just how impactful those have been and how many times you've made it to this pivotal part in the season on your road to the championship. In this new section, you'll get a quick view of what's been happening in the playoffs throughout our entire history, see how many times teams have actually made the playoffs. You'll get a sneak peek at Larry's very impressive streak of making the playoffs every single year that TLFL has been in existence. And more importantly, you're also able to see which factors are actually going to influence who's making those pivotal changes and securing those pivotal wins in the playoffs. Does it really matter if you have the #1 draft pick? Is the #1 seed actually as valuable as it seems? How many times has the 6th seed actually gone on to win? Well, now all of that playoff data has been newly consolidated in this playoff view. So go ahead and check it out for yourself. Another awesome update comes in our Versus tab, which we have used to see those head-to-head matchups and seeing who is actually going to be your quote-unquote rival. Well, this year, rivalries are taken literally. Now we're actually able to see not just the head-to-head matchup, but true rivalries that are created automatically in League Legacy, and rivalries that can actually be created based on the narrative that we have in all of our text channels. If you're looking to see if maybe a certain loss in week 3 of 2020 may have spurned someone so much that they went on to beat this other team 7 straight times in a row, hint, hint, wink, wink, that's for you, Darren. Now we can actually see those rivalries being established in League Legacy for us to track, not just historically, but ones that are currently going on as well. So trash talk is more important than ever. Trash talk enough, you might bud yourself a new rivalry in the league. So get to talking, guys. There's also some pretty big updates to our franchises and seasons. So now you can click on your franchise or someone else's franchise and get a view of their entire history. Every matchup, every win, every loss, every season, basically every piece of data you can ever imagine for your team and others has now been consolidated into this franchises tab. Not only that, can allow yourself for some franchise customization. Maybe you want to throw some team colors, add a professional team logo. The possibilities are endless. Remember, this isn't just our legacy, it's yours. So go ahead and check out your legacy now. There's also a ton of other smaller updates that are happening, so much that I probably can't list them all. Our newsletters are getting an update, so you can get those weekly recaps as well as recaps of our playoffs, our draft, and so much more. Those are getting a nice update. There's also updates to the entire user interface, so now it is easier than ever to navigate the entire League Legacy. You can collapse that window on the left-hand side for more real estate for all of those precious stats and data. And of course, our mobile app will be getting an update as well. We've been hard at work actually developing this mobile app and making sure that all of the functionality that we have on the web app can eventually be ported onto the mobile app, so there will be some updates coming out. It may be live, so go ahead and check to see if your app updates. If not, those updates will be coming soon. Now, of course, the mobile app doesn't have everything that the main League Legacy page does, so for the full experience, we do ask that you go onto a web browser, either on your computer, an iPad, or something with a much larger screen. And finally, the biggest update to League Legacy, and the one I'm personally excited for as commissioner, the Hall of Fame. When we officially adopted the League Legacy as our platform for all of our historical data, the Hall of Fame is what we wanted it to be. But now we have a true Hall of Fame, a place for all of our legends of the past to finally get the recognition that they deserve. And not just career legacies, but historical moments of seasons, matchups, everything that you can imagine will now have a permanent place for those legends to be enshrined. And I'm very pleased to announce that our Hall of Fame does have its first ever permanent recipient for a fantastic career. Once again, we do have to highlight Hal Henson, class of 2025. The Orlando Panthers are the first full team to have their banners in the Hall of Fame for all time. Hal, congratulations on your legacy, and we hope we can honor that legacy with another fantastic season. Maybe this time we'll get some new Hall of Famers. Now, with every good also does come a bad. Not only do we have the Hall of Fame, we also have that Hall of Shame. All of the most embarrassing moments, those streaks that you go on to miss the playoffs, all of those mistakes are also going to be enshrined in our Hall of Shame. So for better or for worse, you best bring your A game because you may be remembered for it. As you can see, there is so much to explore when it comes to our history. We thought we were spoiled before, but we are truly spoiled now. I hope you guys do take some time to take a look at the League Legacy, see all of these awesome updates, and prepare for next season so that you can continue to grow your own legacy. Best of luck with Season 18, starting right around the corner. I'll see you guys there. I'm Kamish, signing off.